I find it very funny that this is my first video because just as I'm filming this, I am waiting for the other first the rules video to finish saving on Windows Live Movie Maker because I use a Mac and I use a PC and I'm sorry I don't have iMovie. So this is the best editing system you're gonna get because I'm lazy and don't want to invest in another one. And while I was waiting for that to load, I was like taking a rest and then I fell asleep. So I fell asleep for like almost 3 seconds and I was like, nope. And then after that, I got up again to film this video. Also, woo, check it out. You know what I'm doing tonight. Anyone who doesn't get that, don't ask. Anyone who does, good job. Yeah, so recap on today and why I felt so sad. So firstly, what happened today was I woke up in the morning and was like all as usual, like on the dot for my morning assembly. And then because my teacher wants us to text him, so I texted him saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I might be late." And he like sent me a message saying, "Hey, why are you always late though?" Like in the most passive aggressive way ever. And I was like, "Are you serious right now?" I was just like, "I guess I don't have good time management lah. I'm sorry." And he was like, "Okay." Then went to school. Was already in school. Had to do PW and all that shit. So we're sitting there talking about shit, and I couldn't take like how slowly everything was going. Recently, I've been a little bit more MIA, like for PW, or I've been a bit late. So I get why Terry and Ashley were like frustrated at me. I ate some broccoli and some French beans and like dumplings that I made for myself, like basically just boiled up. And the day before I had mixed like whatever remnants of my cheap shitty vodka with about 700, no, not even 700, like 550 ml of Mountain Dew. So I mixed it together, brought it to school, started sipping it, and then I felt quite good, like, I felt quite happy. And then so but then at the time for these past couple of days, like Ashley has already been kind of stressed out and really really passive aggressive. She's just like, oh, if some people would do their work. And then I don't know if she's staring at me or staring at Shen Hao, but at the moment she was staring at Shen Hao, who is like the second Sean lah, in case y'all didn't know. Yeah, he lives around Sean's area and like he's skinny like Sean, and I'll tell you about him another time. Sorry, beware, this is gonna be damn freaking long. So yeah, this is just what happened today. And yeah, so that's what happened. And then they went off for Chinese, and then I went to the hall, and then in the hall I saw Tai and his PW group with Wen Qi, who he's being like shipped with. Yes, Wen Qi from our school. I mean, don't get me wrong, I fucking love Wen Qi, like legit, I love her so much. I would date her in a heartbeat, but like, cause the class is shipping her with him, and then I'm just like, yeah, good job at the side, and like internally crying on the inside, right? So yeah, that's what's happening. So I just went up to Tai, and I like put my arm around him in a way, and then he put his arm around me, and then like I was like, oh, how are you doing? I was checking up, and the project is damn fucking cool, okay, legit. Like, they're doing it on vandalism, so they got to go to Haji Lane and like take pictures and all this shit. I mean, not that my project isn't cool, my project's pretty cool. I mean, it was my idea, but like, I don't know, that it would have been cool. And then I still remember at the start of the year, like Tai and I, when we were sitting like next to each other at the start of the PW lessons. Yeah, we had to do some personality quiz thing in order for the teacher to like assign you properly to like your groups or something. Because some schools go by like what was it, NRIC number, but I think our school is just like whatever your supervising teacher like assign. So Miss Rani like just like assign everything friend lah. So it was me, Terry, Ashley, and Shen Hao. And then but originally we thought she was gonna use the surveys, which is what you're supposed to do by right. So Tai and I were like, we were gonna sync up our surveys so that we could like get the same thing, so we could be in the same PW group, but no, I guess not. Sorry, I'm a little bit bitter. Okay, I'm kidding, I'm a lot bitter, but like, yeah. So that happened, I was quite okay, so I did my Chinese. Then after Chinese, I purposely turned so that I wouldn't see him, so that he wouldn't distract me. And then after I finished one Chinese paper, I felt damn okay, not paper like one computer, right? I turned around, I felt damn proud of myself, right? And then when I turn around, I see him like watching a movie and sharing earphones with Wenqi, and I was like kind of heartbroken. We'll try to insert a clip here of them, which I spammed you all about. So that's what I spammed you all about, and on the WhatsApp group, and I felt quite shit lah. So I tried not to let it affect me, but I couldn't concentrate at the end of it. I even tried to listen to the RATM, but no, nothing helped. So I just decided to let myself emo. I drank the rest of the fucking vodka, which is quite a lot of vodka, right? And then suddenly it started kicking in, and like everything was like woozy and amazing, and I love alcohol. And then I texted like some of my friends, but I mean at the time y'all weren't responding because you all can't be on your phones like 24/7, right? So I texted some of my friends, and then ended up Robin came up to the hall where I was, and he kind of like took care of me in the sense that, I don't know, he made sure I didn't do anything stupid lah. Then after that, I saw Tai like go down to the canteen and just like went and go and like kind of harass him a little bit, but in a bad way. I regret doing it, but I don't remember a lot of what happened actually. So yeah, I went to the canteen and was like, oh my god, I love y'all, you know, like legit. And then I just like got really really huggy as I usually do. I mean, I wasn't drunk, I was like tipsy, but like yeah. And then so I went back up, and then Ashley and Terry were there, and then they were like really frustrated because they had a lot to do apparently. And then I said, let me do something. Then they were like, oh no, don't do anything, you're drunk. Then I was like, okay. And then I kept trying. I was like, no, legit, I can do it, you know. Like, I mean, my words were a bit slurred, but the thing is that when you're drunk, you're like, I mean, when you're tipsy, you're like functional, but you're just like functional slowly. And then I was like, I mean, for me lah, at least, I don't know about you, but yeah. And then they were like, oh no, we're not gonna let you touch anything, you're drunk. And I was like, okay lah, whatever lah, fuck it lah, you know. So I was just like sitting there emoing, and then I was like on the brink of tears because before they came, right, I was just talking to Robin, and as I was talking to him, like I just realized how sad my life was, and how much I base off of Tai, which is completely ridiculous because you shouldn't be basing like your feelings and your self-worth off of somebody else, but like okay. So that happened, and then yeah, so I went off for Chinese, and then during Chinese I couldn't concentrate, so I was just doodling the whole way. I drew a picture of Wenqi. And then after that, and like a lot of really really bad drawing because, you know, I suck at like art, right? So yeah, and then came back, and then Ashley and Terry were like super fucking passive aggressive. They were like they were damn quiet. They didn't say anything. It's just like, oh, pass me this, pass me that, or like can you just help me do this, you know, that kind of thing. And then I was like, oh shit, they're probably pissed off at me. So at the end of it all, like they really thanked everything, and I'm like super fucking grateful for them. Although they will, I don't think they give a shit that I'm grateful, and I understand where they're coming from because I've been super fucking MIA lah. And then like it sucks lah because you can't be functional, right? And then you have to rely on other people, and then they like get pissed off at you, and then friendships get broken or torn, and like yeah. So at the end of the day, what happened was that I offered for my mom to print and bind it in Ngee-Ann, but apparently they wanted to go to this shop at Queensway, so we actually capped down, and I paid the $70. I mean, not permanently, we'll take it out of Shenhao's account. And for our WRs, and then they were like damn fucking happy lah. So at first they were like the whole cab ride, right, nobody said anything. So I tried to meditate in the car, but I couldn't because it was shaking around so much. And also I need to download my fucking meditation music into my phone because I fucking love meditation. You guys should try it. It's the bomb. Okay, but sorry, I digress. So that happened, and then I was like really really sad, but then suddenly after the WR, I think it put Ashley and Terry into a good mood, but I was still really like, I felt quite horrible about myself lah, cause I mean I didn't do anything. I felt so useless, and then I kept thinking like, you know, Muqtada, the character Muqtada from the movie It's Kind of a Funny Story, he is like me all day every day on the inside, and I would totally do that if I could. Like honestly speaking, if I had no obligation to my parents or whatsoever, and if I never had to eat and nothing, right, I would just stay in my room all day, and like I don't even know if I would use the Wi-Fi. I would just like stare at the ceiling, legit. You know how like, I don't know, some people in this WhatsApp group, I don't remember exactly who, but some people have told me that they have trouble like not thinking. They have trouble like actually clearing their head. But like legit, right, if you regularly meditate and if you practice it hard enough, you can totally just stone. I can stone for like at least an hour. Like, so anyway, ultimately what happened was that we ended up after we printed out WR, sorry, I have hiccups now. Why does this always happen to me? After we printed our WR, like, we went back and I met my friend Robin for dinner, and then I came home. But like it was good lah, because the whole day I had been like stoning really hard, and then after I talked to him, we kind of just lepak on the next roof as usual lah. Then we just like, I don't know, I like to lie down on the next roof nowadays. I don't know why. And he made me laugh so hard that like my stomach like literally was hurting. So I guess, yeah, it's good to have nice friends. We're gonna play frisbee tomorrow. But in general, what upset me the most was just like a lot of self-hate and a lot of like, why do I have this, and why is it inhibiting me? I didn't take my pills today. I had to take like, I think I'll take like double dosage tomorrow or something. Um but also I don't know like if I'm using this like mental illness as an excuse, because I feel like everyone goes through it. Like today when Ashley was like all passive aggressive and quiet and everything, and she seemed like she either didn't want to say anything or she didn't want to think about anything, and I wanted so badly to just go to her and be like, you know, that the way you're feeling right now, that's how I feel like 90% of the time in school. Like I'm a kind of annoyed, but like I try not to take it out on other people, you know. I try to like keep it within myself. I mean, they have told me that when I'm in a bad mood, they can tell that I'm in a bad mood. But at least I don't like fucking like scream at people or anything. Not that she screams, but I'm just saying, you know, when I'm in a bad mood, I just tell people, yeah, I'm in a bad mood. So I just like sit away from the rest of the crowd, and I just try to get rid of it. But if it doesn't go away, then bo pian lah, the whole day have to spend alone lah. It's better than like talking to people while you're still angry and then like saying things that you don't mean, right? So yeah, anyway, yeah, so that's how I kind of deal with bad things. But as again, back to the point of whether this thing is an excuse or not, I think it's kind of both. Because I feel like I've been struggling with this for so long that it's been ingrained in a part of my like identity. Like I don't know how to live normally. I don't know how to live like without pills or without pain or without like some sort of mental distress, and that's really unhealthy. But at the same time, I don't know, what can you do, right? So yeah. The last thing I wanted to talk about was this fucking acne. This hit me out of nowhere. Can you just like, my skin, right, has been fucking clear for most of my life, and then suddenly this bullshit comes up. Okay, my forehead has always been pimply, but when it gets worse, it's always my forehead, my nose, and like, yeah. But I don't know why past couple fucking 3 days, right? You can't see now because I covered it, but basically everything that is covered with like toothpaste now has like some sort of red indentation or red like rising thing, pimple, or I don't know, the prelude to a pimple. Like, yeah, what the hell? I started like, it's like herpes or something. It's like here and here and here and everywhere. And then I was like, oh, I'm supposed to deal with this. I'm legit supposed to deal with this. How do people deal with this? And oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, wait, no, there was one more thing, which is I wanted to talk about jealousy, which is this, that today in the past like 5 days or so, I was very, very my relationship with Ashley is very, very strained, because all I could think about was like, okay, here is this girl who's beautiful, who is kind, who is funny and exotic, like she's Chindian, right? And she is functional, she's good at her grades, people don't hate her, she's like fine, she doesn't like impose her problems on a lot of other people like I do. But at the same time, sometimes she can be really whiny, and sometimes she can like you know, when like a really skinny person is like, oh my god, I'm so fat, like that. I mean, I get that it's a bit hypocritical. I don't think I'm fat per se, but I definitely I mean, it's a bit unhealthy lah, but I definitely do think that I want to lose a little bit more weight because I feel like I would feel more confident in myself. Although I am learning to love my body as it is, it doesn't help that like the guy slash guys who have come after me, two of them were kind of chubby, one of them was fucking muscular, and one of them was like a bit skinnier than me. So I don't know what that says. I feel like I'm becoming more superficial. 'Cause my hair is quite disgusting, but it's okay. Not that you'll care anymore, right? Yeah. Sorry this is such a long video. I hope that you did not put yourself through the whole thing. And I think I'm just gonna sign out for today. I'm gonna link you to a video on my personal channel which has clips of Tai and Wenxi watching the video while I was internally crying and like basically on the brink of tears. I'm not even kidding. And clips of me and Robin on the roof, and oh yeah, my PW group after doing the WR, and like how happy everyone was. Okay, see you guys. I love you, and sorry, I'm really sorry if you put yourself through the whole video. Yeah, but thanks.